Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to make the pattern of this beautiful spaghetti top with very easy steps that are very beginner friendly. If you'd love to watch more videos from me, make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up so that you won't miss out whenever I post new sewing and pattern drafting tutorials that I post every week. So to draft my pattern, I'm going to be using the following tools. I'm going to use my pair of scissors, my French curve, my marker, my straight ruler, my measuring tape, and of course my pattern drafting paper, and not forgetting my fabric and my tailor's chalk. As you can see, I have a white, red, blue and yellow tailor's chalk. I'm going to choose whichever will be visible onto my fabric. The other thing that I have to highlight is that a spaghetti top pattern is just a modification of a basic bodice block. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to easily draft a bodice block that we are later on going to transform into a spaghetti top with very easy steps. So to make the basic bodice block, I'm going to draw a horizontal line across, and this is going to be my shoulder line or starting point. Then after drafting my shoulder line, I'm going to get my measuring tape and mark my shoulder to bust measurement, which is taken by placing the measuring tape from the shoulder down to the bust, as you can see. So my shoulder to bust measurement is 10 inches. I'm going to mark. Then next I'm going to mark my shoulder to waist measurements. But before I do that, I'm just going to label this with a letter B to represent my bust line. So my shoulder to waist measurement is taken, as you can see on the illustration. So my shoulder to waist measurement is going to be 16 inches. I'm going to draw a horizontal line across, and I'm going to label it with a letter W to represent my waist. Then next, I'm going to go on my shoulder line and mark my neck width measurement, which is taken by placing the measuring tape around the neck, then divide by 6. So I'll mark my neck width measurement right there. Then next I'll mark my neck depth, which is just can be 3 inches, 4 inches. It's up to you depending on how deep you want your neckline to be. So this is for the basic bodice block. I'm going to use my French curve ruler to connect my neck width to my neck depth and curve my neckline. So this is the neckline for the basic bodice block. We're going to modify this and turn it into a spaghetti top later on. Then next I'm going to find my shoulder to shoulder measurement, which is taken by placing the measuring tape from one tip of the shoulder to the other, then divide by 2. Then next I'm going to slant my shoulder to make my shoulder slope by going downwards by 1 inch. Then I'll connect the slanted shoulder to my neck width. I'm going to connect this. Then next I'm going to find my armhole measurement by placing the measuring tape around my armhole, then divide by 2. So I'm just going to connect that point downwards, and then I'll extend it outwards horizontally. I'm just going to draw a vertical line, then extend it outwards. Then next I'm going to find the midpoint of my armhole. Just place my measuring tape and find the midpoint. Then on the midpoint, I'm going to go inwards by 1/4 inch. Then next I'm going to connect these points. And curve. So that's my armhole. Then next I'm going to find my bust circumference, divide by 4. Then I'll find my waist circumference, divide by 4 and mark it over there. And I'm going to connect. Then next, now that we have drafted our bodice, I'm going to modify this and turn it into my spaghetti strap. So before I do that, I'll just cut this pattern out with my pair of scissors. Okay, so now that I have cut out the pattern, I'm going to do a little modification. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go on my bust line and find the midpoint or my nipple to nipple. So what that means is I'm going to find the midpoint of this point. And once I find the midpoint, I'll just get my measuring tape to help me locate the center point. I'll just fold my measuring tape. So this is my midpoint. Then on the midpoint, I'm going to go upwards by 5 inches above my bust. So from here, I'll go upwards by 5 inches. I'll get my measuring tape and I'm going to mark 5 inches. Then next, I'm going to go on this side, the folded center front. I'm going to go upwards by 2 inches. So this is the center front. Go upwards by 2 inches. Then I'll connect these points with my curve ruler. The next, I'm going to shape my new armhole by connecting these points to my armhole with my curve ruler. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this out. This is the bottom part. Then after cutting it out, I'll show you guys how to measure your straps. Yes, spaghetti straps. Okay, so now that we have finished cutting, I'm going to show you guys how to make the spaghetti straps. So to make the straps, we're going to measure the distance. And let me just bring back this piece so it can be easier. So from this point here, right here to the shoulder line, that distance there, which is 5 inches, will help us determine how long the stripes will be. So I'm going to measure from this point to my shoulder, which is 5 inches. This is for the front side. Remember, the spaghetti strap will also go all the way to the back side. So we're going to multiply the 5 inch for the front times 2, which is the 5 inch on the back. So the length of the strap is going to be 10 inches long, 5 inches at the front and 5 inches at the back. Then we're also going to add 1 inch of joining allowance to join and seam it onto the top. So I'm just going to cut out the straps, as you can see. So once you cut them, they're going to be folded, and this is how they're going to look. Okay, this is quite long, but remember we measured 5 inches, so I'm just going to measure it again so that I can get the accurate figure. So 5 plus 1 or 2 inch joining allowance, 5 inch there, and joining or seam allowance 1 inch. So I'm just going to get 6 inch. Altogether it's 12 inch for the front and the back side of the spaghetti top. So that is how you easily make your spaghetti top pattern. Make sure you watch my next video that I'll link in the description and in the comment section on how to sew the beautiful spaghetti top. Thank you so much for watching, and bye. See you next time.